Hi everyone, in this quick prelim series we will be discussing about G7. I think for us aspirants we are majorly focused on G20 this year. Like we are reading everything related to it, all the news. But for me, I think there are chances of UPSC surprising us with another organization, or it can be a comparison between G20 or G7. So, also the thing to be noted, um, the Japanese Prime Minister visited India recently, and there were substantial amount of mention of G7 uh, in his visit because Japan is the president for this year G7. So it becomes important for these reasons too. Also, so here we go. Um, so let's talk about the member countries of G7. It is Germany, Canada, France, Italy, Japan, UK, USA. EU is the non-enumerated member. It has all the rights and responsibilities, but it cannot chair or host meetings. Okay. So here all these countries, Germany, France, Italy, Japan, UK, USA, joined the G7 in 1975. Except for Canada, it was 1976 and 1998 for Russia, which later in 2014 was removed from the grouping, which was formerly G8 because of an illegal annexation of Crimea. So here are this also becomes important. See, Canada has Prime Minister, UK has Prime Minister, Germany has a Chancellor, Italy Prime Minister, US has a President, France has a President, Japan has a Prime Minister. So just remember which one has presidential form of government and who are the head of states in these countries, because sometimes it can help you to eliminate some of the options while solving the prelims. Okay, and then here are some more facts about the G7. It is informal forum for 7 industrialized nations. Then the initial summit was in 1975, hosted by France in the name of World Economic Summit. So 1970s were a very volatile year because of Bretton Woods system was removed, and also economic crisis was there. So this was initiated, but later it became as G7. Also, G6 countries in 1975. Then in 1976, Canada joined, so it became G7. Okay, so there are various issues that G7 deals with. Some of are related to global economic policies, then other transnational issues, be it climate change or gender equality, then COVID related issues and the recent Ukrainian war, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I told you this. I also told you this one. The decision made by G7 is not legally binding. Also, they do not have own administrative apparatus, and also this organization is not based on a treaty and has no permanent secretariat or office. So it's just like-minded nations forming a grouping. So the there are many drawbacks of this organization, like limited membership and all this, but for prelims I think this would be sufficient. For mains we can talk about the drawbacks also and everything else, and the comparison with G20. G20 is a very extensive organization dealing with economic issues, financial governance, and then there are two types of tracks, uh, the Sherpa track and the financial track, and there are a lot of things that goes on in G20. G7 is a simple one, does not have very complex organization or for administrative apparatus. So also please comment down what are the important aspects of G20, so that can be a revision for you guys to, like, does it have a permanent secretariat or not? Does its decision are legally binding or not? And please do comment. Okay, so that will be. Thank you.